Sometime about 1993, I was watching a baseball game. The Cincinnati Reds were at Wrigley Field playing the Chicago Cubs, and their manager was Davey Johnson. Somewhere during the course of the game, the cameras panned to the Reds' top pitcher, Tom Browning, in uniform, setting up in the bleachers in left field. These were the apartment topside bleachers across the street from Wrigley Field. And Tom Browning was having a great time watching the game from those stands. Davey Johnson later summed up his approach to managing by saying, "I treated my players like men as long as they won for me on the field. I didn't give a flying bleep what they did otherwise." When Davey Johnson was manager, the inmates did pretty much whatever they wanted. But it is hard to argue with Davey Johnson's record as a manager. He managed the Mets, Reds, Orioles, Dodgers, and Nationals, and only had one losing full season. His managerial record was a .562 winning percentage. In 1986, he managed the Mets to a 108-win season. In the 1969 World Series, Davey Johnson made the last out for the Baltimore Orioles, and the Mets won the World Series. In the 1986 season, as manager of the New York Mets, Davey Johnson won the Mets a World Series for the first time since 1969. That 1986 team, the Mets had a wild team. They had several drug and alcohol-infused players. They got 4 fights amongst themselves. 4 of them got into a fight with the Houston Police Department in Houston at a disco bar. And the Mets generally were not popular with other teams in 1986, but they could play on the field. And a case can be made based on his managerial record. Why isn't Davey Johnson in the Hall of Fame as a manager? Hi everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you game number 66 of the All-Time Greats Tournament. This is the first game of the best-of-3 series between the 1971 Pittsburgh Pirates and the 1986 New York Mets. We've had the starting lineups. We're ready to begin. Doc Gooden toes the rubber. He's facing Dave Cash. We'll read the blue die first using basic Apba. And we have these steal ratings for both teams, so we'll use the master ratings for stealing bases. Here's the pitch from Gooden, and it's a hit column roll already right off the bat for Dave Cash. 21 is a double for Dave Cash. That brings up Al Oliver, and he's got Dave Cash in scoring position. Here's the pitch from Gooden to Oliver. 42 is a 40. Against a grade B pitcher, safe at first. The runner's out at third, 4-5. So a heads-up defensive play by the second baseman, Wally Backman. Oliver reaches by a fielder's choice. He's fast. I was thinking about stealing third on the next batter, but can't do that. Oliver is at E23. Gooden is moved the first as +1 in his favor, and there's no number for the throwing rating for Gary Carter. So E22, he could steal second. And there is Roberto Clemente. 1-5 is a 7. That's going to be a single to right, and Oliver will go to third. First and third Pirates. as they're applying a lot of pressure on Doc Gooden. Infield will play back, try to get a double play. Here is Willie Stargell. 48 homers in 1971. Here's the stretch and the pitch. 1-6 is a swing and miss, strike 3. It's a big strikeout for Doc Gooden. He is a strikeout pitcher. X modifier. Now 2 outs, infield's back. Bob Robertson. 42. It's a walk to Bob Robertson. Loading the bases. Got Oliver at third, Clemente at second, and Robertson at first. I'll play it safe on the base paths with Robertson. Manny Sanguillen is the batter. Can Manny Sanguillen put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here's the pitch. 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a ground ball back to Gooden to throw over to first. 3 outs. So the Pirates threaten majorly in the first, but don't score. Go to the bottom of the first, New York Mets coming to bat. Steve Blass takes his warm-up tosses for the Pirates. He was 15-8 in 1971, 2.85 earned run average. Lenny Dykstra steps into the box for the Mets. 62 is a ground ball back to Blass. Throws over to Robertson at first, and Dykstra is the first out for the Mets in the last of the first inning. Wally Backman comes up. Swings the bat from the left side. He's a switch hitter. 41 is a 28. Both teams are feeling column 2. That's a ground ball to Gene Elliott, shortstop. The throw to first, 2 down. Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez is a fine broadcaster for the New York Mets now. Steve Blass broadcasts with the Pirates. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. 44 is a single for Keith Hernandez. Hernandez, the National League's 4th most valuable player in the voting in 1986. Runner at first, average speed, and power hitting Darryl Strawberry comes to bat. 23 is a swing and a miss, or no, it's a ground ball to shortstop. 6-3. Top of the second we go. There is no score. Hebner, Alley, and Blass will be hitting for the Pirates in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch from Doc Gooden. 3-3 roll. That's going to be a hit column roll for Richie Hebner. 1-1. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here for a home run. And it's 1-0 Pittsburgh here in the top of the second inning. Gene Alley. 36 is a ground ball to third base. Ray Knight is up with it. Across the diamond. 1 down. Pitcher Steve Blass. 32 is a ground out to the second baseman, Wally Backman. 4-3. 2 outs. And now Dave Cash. Led off the game with a double. 33, he squares this one up for a solid base hit for Dave Cash. And Cash is 2 for 2. Stealing would be E27 with the modifiers. Let's see. With 2 outs, we might go for it. Chances to be safe would be 11 through 53. There goes Cash. Oliver is the batter. And he is easily safe at second, almost overslid the base. Pitch to Hal Oliver. 42 is a 40. It's going to be a fly out to right field. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Home run by Richie Hebner. Puts the Pirates up 1-0. Gary Carter leads off for the Mets in the last of the second inning. That's a hit column roll for Gary Carter. And 56 is a double, leadoff double for Carter. Slow runner at second. They'll play it safe on the base pass. Ray Knight is due to bat, followed by Wilson and Santana. Ray Knight is a 298 hitter. I don't think I'll sacrifice him. I'll let him swing away. Here's the pitch. 44 is a base hit for Knight. And the runner goes to third. We were playing it safe. So Mets have first and third with no outs. That brings the bat Mookie Wilson. Pirates to play the infield back, try to get a double play. Here's the pitch. 53 is a 16. Fly out to center field. Carter tags and will score. Game is tied 1-1. Shortstop Rafael Santana is weekend shortstop for the Mets. Ray Knight's the runner at first. 56 is a 34. That's going to be a pop out to the second baseman, Dave Cash. 2 outs. And now the pitcher, Doc Gooden. 65 is a 35, and that is a foul out to third base. Richie Hebner is under it, makes the catch. That's the end of the inning. But the Mets tie the score 1-1. Here's Roberto Clemente to lead off the top half of the third inning. He's a free swinger. Not unorthodox, but a very effective player. Here's the pitch. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Mookie Wilson is under it, makes the catch. Clemente is 1 for 2 on the day. Willie Stargell, left-handed hitter, 1-6 is going to be a swing and miss for strike 3. It's the second time Stargell's gone down on strikes. Bob Robertson. There's a drive by Robertson. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Second home run off Dwight Gooden, and the Pirates regain the lead 2-1. And he's saying again, 24 as a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Pittsburgh 2 and New York 1. Lenny Dykstra will lead off for the Mets in the bottom of the third. I think he's currently writing an autobiography, and that could be some interesting reading. 1-6 is a 28. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. 6-3. First out. Wally Backman, 320 hitter in 1986. Best of his career. 25 is a 8 against the B. It's going to be a fly out to the center fielder, Al Oliver. 2 down. And now here is Keith Hernandez. .64 is a walk. And Hernandez has been on base both times up, singled and walked. Average speed, Darryl Strawberry is the batter. Steve Blass will have to deal carefully here. He could put the Mets up with a long one. 64 is a strikeout for Darryl Strawberry. Go to the top of the fourth. Pittsburgh 2, New York 1. Richie Hebner will lead off the top of the fourth inning. He's well known as being a grave digger in the offseason. His father and brother ran a cemetery. Here's the pitch to Richie Hebner. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Darryl Strawberry makes the catch. And Richie Hebner, who homered in the second, is retired. Gene Alley. 31 is a walk. Fast runner at first. E31 stealing. That's pretty much a given in my mind. He should be stealing. Okay, so the E means there needs to be 2 outs before the 6th inning. Or we could hit and run, not with the pitcher. Although there's not but 1, 2, 13s on pitcher's card. Let's see if Steve Blass is going to make contact. Going to start the runner. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for Steve Blass, the pitcher. And 62 is going to be a single. Except for, again, let's see. Nope. A, C, or A, B pitcher. It is a single. So first and third. And the top of the order, Dave Cash. The Mets will play the infield back, try to get a double play. We got Blass at first. Alley at third. Here's the pitch to Cash. 41 is a 24, and that is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. So the Mets get their twin killing. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Pirates 2, Mets 1. Carter is due up for the bottom of the 4th inning. He is one of only 4 people to be named captain of the Mets. And his 12th inning single in Game 5 helped do in the Houston Astros in the National League Championship Series 1986. Here's the pitch to Gary Carter. 23 is a ground ball to third base. Richie Hedner is up with it and throws to first, 1 away. Ray Knight. .44 is a clean single, and Ray Knight is 2 for 2. A slow runner at first. They'll play it safe on the base pass. Mookie Wilson. Okay. Should have had. I might rethink the batting order tomorrow and put Wilson ahead of Knight. Knight's kind of clogging up the base pass. 65 is a 35. That's going to be a foul out to the catcher. 2 outs. And now the shortstop, Rafael Santana. Weiss goes into a stretch. Here's the pitch. 54 is a fly ball to Roberto Clemente in right field. That's the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-1 Pittsburgh. Pirates have taken Doc Gooden deep twice, and they lead 2-1. Here is Al Oliver to start the top of the 5th. 46 is a fly ball to left field. Mookie Wilson is under it and makes the catch. All right, number 21, Roberto Clemente comes to bat. 43 is a ground ball back to Gooden. He's got it, throws to first, 2 away. And now Willie Stargell, who has struck out twice. Doc Gooden, as you know, features a terrific fastball and a 12-6 curveball. Here's the pitch. 26 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 3rd time Willie Stargell has made the U-turn back to the dugout. Bottom of the 5th. Pittsburgh 2, New York 1. Doc Gooden leads off the last of the 5th for New York. There's no use of the DH in the all-time greats tournament. 1-1 roll. That's going to be an 8 against the B. It's going to fly out to center field. 1 down. Lenny Dykstra. 1-3 is a walk. Got a fast runner at first with a steal rating of D31. Blass has moved to first, is +2 to his favor. And the catcher, Sanguin, is a throwing +6. So that's going to be 8 off, 11 through 30. 11 through 23, his chances to be safe. And that's 11 through 45. Here to be safe. There goes the runner. And he is cut down by Sanguian by a wide margin. So, right, 2-4. And there's 2 outs. .33 for Backman, that's going to be a single. We now know how hard it is to steal against Pittsburgh. D25, take 8 off of that. About a half a chance. Here is Keith Hernandez. 65 is going to be a pop out to the catcher, Sanguian. So Sanguian makes a difference in that inning with his defense. We go to the top of the 6th. 2-1, Pittsburgh. First baseman Bob Robertson leads off for the Pirates. They have two runs on 2 home runs. They have stranded 6 runners, though. Here's the pitch, 6-6 roll. There's a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. The second home run of the game for Bob Robertson, and it is now 3-1 Pittsburgh. Sometimes you could be wild inside the strike zone. Here's a pitch to Manny Sanguian. 6-6 roll for Sanguian. He squares that one up. 35 is a double for Sanguian. And the Pirates are in business here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the gravedigger, Richie Hebner. That's another 6-6 roll. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. The 4th home run for the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a 2-run home run. And it is now 5-1 Pirates in the 6th. And that is not 5 runs in 3 innings. Well, I guess it is 5 runs in 3 innings because he doesn't have any outs in the 6th inning. First run was in the 2nd. And I'm a lower Gooden's grade to C. Gene Alley. That's a 3-3 roll. 8 against the C. It's going to be a base hit. So Gooden getting a little tired. It makes a difference there. Here's Steve Blass. .54 is a fly out to right field. Runner holds. 1 down. And now the top of the order, Dave Cash. All right, New York's going to bring in a new pitcher, Richard Anderson. Rick Anderson will use his starting pitching grade, C, because he may want to be called on for more than a couple innings. But he is going to be a grade B, pitching to Dave Cash, first batter for same sidedness. Here's the pitch to Cash. 22 is a 7 that's going to be a single. And the runner goes to third. Pirates with a chance to really blow this game open. Here is Al Oliver. 1 out, 1st and 3rd. 33 roll. They've got a ton of great rolls. Here is a second column roll for Al Oliver. 46 is a 6. Double, and that clears the bases. Two RBIs, and it is 7-1 Pittsburgh in the 6th. One of those 2 runs is charged to Gooden, the other is charged to Rick Anderson. Here's the pitch to Clemente. 1-2 is a 25, runner on second base. It's a pop out to the shortstop, Santana. That's 2 away. And the one Pirate that's happy that Gooden's not in the game is Willie Stargell. 3 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to Stargell. 55 is a 8 against the C. That's going to be a single. And the runner scores. RBI for Willie Stargell, 8-1 Pittsburgh. Bob Robertson. Another 6-6 roll. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Bob Robertson with his second home run of the inning, third of the game. That's a 2-run shot. And now it is 10-1 Pittsburgh. Time to get the scoreboard dice. Here is Manny Sanguillen. 1-1 roll for Sanguillen. That's hit column. And the Pirates are bringing a lumber. 1-4 is a double for Manny Sanguillen. His second double of the inning. And he is the 10th hitter. Timeout. The Mets are going to bring in Randy Neiman to pitch to Richie Hebner. Same sidedness will make him a grade B pitcher. He's using his relief rating. We're at second. 41 is going to be an out. 26 ground out to second base. 4-3. That ends the sixth inning. 9 hits, including 3 home runs by the Pirates. They score 8 runs, and it is 10-1 Pittsburgh. Well, if you just now had to take a pit stop and you're coming back, it's a very different ball game than what it was. Pirates scored 8 runs in the top of the sixth inning. That's the most runs scored in an inning in the all-time greats tournament. And they now lead 10-1. Here is Darryl Strawberry leading off for the Mets. 46 is a swing and miss for a strike 3, 1 down. Gary Carter comes up. 25 is going to be a base hit for Gary Carter. He is 2 for 3 for the New Yorkers. Ray Knight, third baseman, swinging from the right side. 41 is a double play ground ball. 6-4-3. That closes out the sixth inning. We go to the top of the seventh. Pirates 10 and the Mets 1. Randy Neiman comes back out to pitch the top of the seventh inning for New York, and Gene Elly leads off for Pittsburgh. 23 is a 33. That's going to be a pop out to second base. 1 down. Here's the pitcher, Steve Blass. 34 is a fly ball to center. 2 down. And now Dave Cash. 23 is a 33. That's a pop out second. 3 up and 3 down for the Pirates. Go to the bottom of the seventh. Pittsburgh 10, New York 1. I have a grandson, Lucas, who's started his baseball season last night. They maintain good social distancing, and there's a lot of space there. It's a lot of fields at the complex, but there's a lot of space, and parents were spread out. And the one change is the no umpire behind home plate. For social distancing, the umpire calls balls and strikes from behind the pitcher. This is the 3rd and 4th grade league. So 9 and 10-year-olds, I believe. Here is Mookie Wilson leading off for the Mets. 44 is an 8, and it's a fly ball to center field. 1 away. And Grandson's team got off to a good start. They won their game 12-0. Here is Rafael Santana. 1-3 is a 39, and that's a strike. Most of his teammates are classmates, and they're boys that he's kind of grown up with. 64 is a strike, and that's a 3rd strike to Santana. Be a pitch hitter for New York. Danny Heap will be the Mets pitch hitter with 2 outs in the 7th. 6-6 roll for Heap. And the Mets finally square one up. 26 is a double. Top of the order, and Lenny Dykstra. 45 is going to be a base on balls. One more bad thing to happen to Bless, he will be tired. First and second, New York with 2 outs. Dykstra's at first, Heap's at second. Wally Backman is the hitter. Here is the pitch to Wally Backman. 53 is at 18. That's going to be a single through shortstop. And runners advance 2 bases, so Heap scores. Dykstra goes to third. And Backman is 2 for 3 in the game. And the score is now 10-2. And Blast's grade goes down to C, timeout. Luke Walker will be the new pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He'll be pitching to Keith Hernandez. 23 is a 12. And that is the infield deep. Ground ball to first base. Unassisted. Or you just flip to the pitcher, 3-1. All right, so that's the end of the 7th for New York. They score once on 2 hits. We go to the top of the 8th, 10-2 Pirates. Mets bring on Doug Siss, a sinker ball pitcher, to pitch the top of the 8th inning. Al Oliver leads off for the Pirates. 56 is a pop out to shortstop. 1 down. Here is Roberto Clemente, who is 1 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. 26 is a ground out to shortstop. And now Willie Stargell, who struck out 3 times against Doc Gooden, but singled in his 4th at bat to drive in a run. 24 is another strikeout. 4 strikeouts for Willie Stargell. That ends the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th we go. It's 10-2 Pittsburgh. All right, Luke Walker is still pitching for the Pirates. 63 is a fly to right field, 1 down. Gary Carter. 62 is going to be a strikeout. Here's Ray Knight. 34 is going to be a fly ball to center field. 3 up and 3 down. Luke Skywalker brandishing the lightsaber wipes out the Mets in the bottom of the 8th inning. We go to the top of the 9th, 10-2 Pirates. It's a top of the 9th inning, and the man of the hour, Bob Robertson, steps into the box. He's got 3 home runs on the day. In 1971, in the NLCS against the San Francisco Giants, he had a 3 home run game against the Giants. That was the day after his 25th birthday. Here's the pitch to Bob Robertson. Can he get a 4th? 1-2, pretty close, but hit on the ground to second base, and he is out 4-3. Here is Manny Sanguin, who is 2 for 4, 2 doubles, and thrown out a runner stealing fly ball to left field, 2 outs. Here's the other man of the hour, Richie Hebner, who himself has 2 home runs. He's 2 for 4. 3-3 roll. That's going to be a hit column roll. Can he tie up Robertson with what he did? 62 is a double for Richie Hebner. Hit off the wall, but didn't get over it. And very close to getting his 3rd home run. Gene Alley. 41 is a 28. And that will end the inning. Ground out to shortstop. 6-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 10-2 Pittsburgh. Mookie Wilson will lead off the bottom of the 9th inning for the New York Mets. 45 is going to be a base on balls. Wilson goes to first. And there's going to be a pitch hitter for New York. That is Lee Mazzilli. He'll be hitting for Rafael Santana. 46 is a swing and miss for strike 3. One down. And now a pitch hitter for the pitcher, Howard Johnson. 44 is an 8 against a C. That's going to be a single. And that will put runners on first and second. And to the top of the order we go. It is going to be Lenny Dykstra. So a lot of speed on the base paths. Both are rated fast runners. Pitch to Dykstra is a 1-3. That's going to be ball 4. Mets have the bases loaded. Timeout. All right, Bob Johnson will be brought in to pitch for the Pirates. There is 1 out, 2 on. Wally Backman's the hitter. Or, excuse me, 1 out and bases loaded. Wally Backman's up. 44 is a 7 against a C. With the bases loaded, it's going to be some runs here. Single, 2 runners score. F runner goes to third, so Dykstra goes to third. Wilson and Heap score. 2 RBIs for Wally Backman, and he's 3 for 5 on the day. First and third. It's 10-4. Keith Hernandez. 53 is a 19. That's an error on the third baseman. Runner scores. First and second, and it's 10-5. Still only 1 out. Here is Darryl Strawberry. .53 is a 15, and that is going to be a fly out to left field. So 2 outs, and Gary Carter. .62 is a strikeout that ends the ball game. Final score, Pittsburgh 10 and New York 5. All right, in this game today, the Pirates scored 10 runs on 16 hits, and they committed 1 error. The New York Mets scored 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Steve Blass. He goes 6 2/3, gives up 2 earned runs, 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. And the losing pitcher was Doc Gooden, who was plagued with giving up the home run ball, 5 1/3 innings, 6 earned runs, 9 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks for Doc Gooden. The star of the game is Bob Robertson, who hit 2 home runs in the 6th inning, and that was his 2nd and 3rd home run of the game. So he was 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Bob Robertson powering the home run attack of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Richie Hidner hit 2, 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 6th as well. There were 3 home runs in that 6th inning. So Hidner had 3 RBIs. He was 3 for 5 with 2 homers and a double, 3 RBIs. So the star of the game, though, is Bob Robertson, 3 home run day, just like he did in the 1971 playoffs against the San Francisco Giants the day after his 25th birthday. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with Game 2 tomorrow. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. It doesn't cost anything. And thank you for taking time to watch this game. Good day, and God bless.